Definitely not ripping off Disney Docket. Definitely not ripping off Disney Docket. Definitely not ripping off Disney Docket. Huh? Okay, I might be ripping off Disney Docket. Although I will say I probably don't have, I've got similar hair to Disney Docket, got the sort of beard, and his hair's not as long as this, but Anyway, yes, hello, and here's a pride flag. It's my partner's. Yes, hello everyone, and welcome back to the channel. I don't normally ever introduce videos like this with my face. So here you go, face reveal, even though my face has actually been in quite a few videos at this point, and well, on the Instagram page I think as well. So this is nothing new. So basically, yes, recently I have been watching a lot of Disney Docket's Giga hauls that he's also been doing for the past 3 years, and because I buy stuff that's not just, in store, I order stuff online. I felt like this was a really good way of you guys seeing that. And now I know I technically kind of did a Giga haul a month ago, but that was just because I opened everything and it was all, laid out on the floor and that, so I thought I may as well just show you off, what I bought. However, because that was a sort of like pre sort of thing, what I've done is basically I put a poll on Instagram during the week and basically said to people and asked that, hey, I've bought quite a few things recently, and I was basically thinking about doing a similar video to Disney Docket for these Giga hauls where I basically go through the parcels and I open them. And everyone voted yes, including Disney Docket himself, or Mr. Docket. Sorry, I'm kind of used to still calling him by his old channel name, Disney Docket. I should say Mr. Docket. Anyway, which Mr. Docket himself voted in and said yes. So first of all, I just want to say to Mr. Docket, thank you so much for even voting in that poll, for your replying the messages that we were sending as well. And thanks for replying, because Docket probably is the most popular Disney Cars YouTube channel, I would argue. He's definitely up there. And, he was even saying one of his Giga hauls I was watching recently, it was a really old one from like 3 years ago, because I'm going through them in order at the moment. I've just reached part 10 of the Giga haul today. And basically he was saying that how, these people might not always respond to you, like people who you look up to and like, celebrities and that, and they can be in YouTube channels as well. It's just because they don't have the time to reply because they're so popular as it is. There's only so much they can do. So when someone you look up to responds to you in that way, it really does mean a lot. My arm's starting to hurt. It really does mean a lot. So thank you to Docket for responding and basically being okay with me doing this as well, because even though I've just said that at the start of the video, they're definitely not ripping off Disney Docket. It's just a joke. That's all it is. Because, I just thought it'd be a laugh. Anyway, sorry, my neurodivergent brain is going at the moment. Yeah. So, anyway, thank you to him for responding. Thank you to him for being okay with me doing this. And yeah, we're gonna start doing this. I don't think it'll be a monthly thing. I think I'll just keep doing it when I get quite a few parcels. Now, I know what was down there on the floor might not look like a lot, however, there's a bunch of uncarded stuff and singles on that table we need to go over, and there's actually 6 parcels in here and 2 which I had to open. We still have a lot to go through, don't worry, but it won't be parcel after parcel like Disney Docket, because obviously, what he does is he rips off the address labels and then he cuts the, he pre-cuts stuff. I'm not doing that. I've not even took off the address labels because I don't have to. All this stuff came from InPost Locker. So, it didn't come here to this house, so, what address you see on that, I don't give a shit. But, yeah. Long introduction, clocking at 4 minutes. Should we get on with it? I think we should. Okay, the way this is having to be filmed is a little bit awkward because I need space, obviously, on this table to open stuff for you on camera. I might have to clear some stuff as we go along. The camera is quite low down, purely because it's the only way I can get the angle right, because this is quite a low table that I am using. This setup will change over time and probably will improve and get better, but you can probably see just some slight stuff in the background. This is my partner's table. Obviously, we share this table, so, her stuff is going to be on it naturally, but I've tried to, cut out most of it as I can. But you can see a Lightning McQueen bag just token right there on the back. We've got Clovis Rider up here because he's awesome. Why not? And yeah, basically these cars laid out. Some stuff that I've just bought recently. Some of it is finds that she well, some of it is actually most of it is her stuff. I've got a Doc Mini Racer over here, which is mine actually, just behind that metallic hauling gas. But basically, yeah. we've got mini racers, we've got random 155 scale diecast, we've got Emmanuel just peeking in the corner, who I don't know if he is sought after nowadays. A really cool piece here actually, which is obviously Dinoco Lightning McQueen. I can't remember the name of the fucking version. Not mine's, my partner's. I still don't have him, unfortunately. Before I mess up the background. Anyway, yeah, so this background, we've even got some of the new mini racers down here. So this background will probably change over time. But basically, yeah, this is what we're gonna roll with for now. So anyway, enough rambling. Let's get into this Giga haul, because do I call them Giga hauls? Is that Doc its own word? Or is that something you just made up? Is that an actual phrase? I don't know. Anyway, let's get into this Giga haul. So, first of all, we're going to go over this carded stuff, which is up in the background. Now, I'm going to be using carded stuff probably for backgrounds and that. I would have loved to have used the Radiator Springs buildings I have, but they just would not. There was no way they were going to fit on this table after I tidied it up. So, basically, yeah, we will go over those first. These are sort of like, they're there for background pieces for now, but this is actually stuff for me to, look at for you guys. So we have, and I cannot believe this is probably the first time that you guys are seeing this stuff in my videos, but yeah, we have Case U stuff. Now, this case has become quite rare in the UK, extremely sought after. I don't know why, but basically, you should probably have noticed in the recent hunt video, which was May, there wasn't a ton of footage, and the reason for that is because not a lot of stuff was coming out into Smiths. Case V came out at the end of the month, which is the Race and Rescue case. However, Case U, the case before that, was scheduled for that month, but unfortunately came to stores very late, and from what I'd seen, they got in very brief quantities, and then that was it, just straight onto Case V, of which Case V has been pounding Smith stock. I'm actually kind of getting sick of finding the thing. Case W, though, nowhere yet to be seen, although I will have Ryan Shields to review soon, because I'm just about to buy that after this video, along with a Racing Red Jackson Storm. Slight spoilers there. There is one parcel that's missing for this video, purely because it's arrived today and I've not went out to go and collect it. So, yeah, but this video is probably going to be long enough as it is, so, probably for the best that that's not here. Anyway, yeah, so this case has become quite rare in the UK. However, B&M of all places, and thank God, have gotten this case in, because literally the other week, which is probably, well, the footage for this will be coming out a long time after this Giga haul probably, but I found a Marsha Ells wrench just randomly sitting on the pegs in the store, and she was the only highlight there. I feel like there was Dexter Hoover of Green Flag. That was another giveaway that they had case year, but finding this, I mean, I was just in such shock and excitement. So yeah, we've got Marsha Ells wrench here, who has not been as rare to find as I thought she would be. I've actually found quite a few of her in stores. I found like maybe three now. I found one in Smiths a while back, which I've just sold on Vinted. But this will be for my on-carded collection. But it's really nice to just get, brand new Cars 1 character on such the cheap and on UK card. Yeah, it was a total shock to find this. So because of that, I thought, should we go and try another B&M, a few days later, just in case. One that's relatively close to, it's like a half an hour bus journey, but it was the next nearest one. And thank fuck I did, because I found High Impact and Show Cam Spinner. He was actually already part of this background before I changed it up a little bit. But I suppose, he can be there. I'm not going to go over him. He can just stay over there, to be honest. He's nothing too exciting. But I did buy one for a friend. Tell you what, though, who's not been as common to find, High Impact. This release has still been quite hard to get. Now, High Impact, obviously, this was a brand new Talon variant, and for the first time, she's been back since 2018. And, well, what do you know? She's been quite sought after. Like, already, her brand new Thailand release is sought after. I think that just goes to show how popular High Impact still is as a diecast. Because this was the first one that I found in a store. I have not found any more. Because obviously last week when I found Marsha, I've obviously missed out on that. I found this High Impact. The only other ones I've acquired is my own one off of Gemdens, which is, my High Impact. And the other one was off of Vinted because I thought it was a variant. Turned out it wasn't. There's a variant of this that seems to be floating about at the moment. Which is the pure reason why I picked this up, to find out if it is or not. My High Impact is way stored in a bunch of plastic tubs at the moment, so she's a bit awkward to get to, so I've just not got around to finding out. But if she is not, I will probably sell this on or just keep it on card. But I'm not too worried about High Impact on card because she's coming back in case X soon, so don't really feel the priority to keep her this way, as in like keep this one. But I just bought it in case it is the variant. But still, first one I found in a store all year. Really glad to have found this, but Jesus Christ, she's still quite sought after. And again, Cam Spinner is over there. Nothing too special. That's my on-carded one I got in Smith's about a month ago. He was probably in the previous, sort of, I guess, pilot episode of the Giga Haul, you could call it. I bought one of him for a friend. I also bought Marsha for a friend. There's more we'll go over in a minute that I've had to buy for someone else. And one I was really pleased to find is this Cho, purely because my Cho diecast had a great big fucking chip on the top of it, which I didn't even notice at first. So this is a really good way of getting getting her in mint condition. I've just not opened it yet, but yeah, it's quite nice to have all the KSU highlights on card on the table. But yeah, managed to replace my slightly chipped one, so I'll probably sell that one on. Yeah, really glad to have got that. Right, okay, so there's more uncarded stuff, as I just said, so we'll quickly go over that. There's mini racers, which we'll need to open as well. That's a Hot Wheel. So, start with these two. Actually, a much better highlight from KSU, I'd say, and I probably should have stuck him over there instead of Cam Spinner. We'll go over Dexter in a minute. Is this President Mater? This is the one with the updated toe hook variant. Now, I already bought this guy off eBay when KSU was just coming out because I was just desperate to get the contents completed, and I paid £12. I paid £12 for a slightly different mould of plastic. However, he is actually a variant. He's quite a bit different. Go and check out my review if you want to find out more about that. I was quite shocked to realise, because I suppose the diecast is a year apart, but I just thought it would have been the same vine straight up. Anyway, he has been quite sought after already. This was a really popular diecast last year, and he's still proven quite difficult to find. But yeah, I've already got my other one open. This is not for me a carded collection or anything, because I'm not keeping a tiny bit of plastic on card, really. This is for my partner who wanted the variant, so I was glad to find this for her, and I snagged it. And, oh shit, another one which I bought for her. Just try to remember this correctly. Basically, bought this one for her, and then because she had one on USA card, international card, so I wanted that to keep sealed, and basically, like I said to her, I'll promise you I'll buy you one when I next find it, so you can open it on UK card. So I get one that's sealed on USA card. This is hers to open. She's just not done so yet. And I found another one in B&M. This is not that one. Which I've also sent off to a friend. I'm trying to remember all the cars that were in that lot, actually. Who was it again? It was Masha, Dexter Hoover of Green Flag. It was a Cam Spinner. And the only one I don't have for this video, unfortunately, is a Sheriff, who, again, has been very hard to find this year, and I do not know why. I've been really struggling to find that Sheriff, actually, a lot. But everywhere I look, no. Now, again, I don't need him. Not interested in keeping him on card, and he's been a talent variant, it's been released many, many times. But Sheriff on 2025 card seems to be very sought after. Again, only been in KSU so far this year, and that barely hit the UK. So, first time I've seen a Sheriff in a store, I think, all year long, which sounds crazy to say, but it's true. So the person was after him as well. So I've already sent those cards off. So that's the only thing I'm missing for card wise from this video, which is just Sheriff, so it's fine. But yeah, them two as well. And because we're already running out of space on this table, my partner found these in a B&M in Edinburgh. She was away doing volunteering for the day, and yeah, 2023 case stuff. I do not know why this is still hitting B&M. I mean, I'm very glad it's still hitting B&M. It's lovely that stock from 2 years ago is still arriving. But yeah, now again, I don't need these opened. I don't need these to keep sealed. I do not need these on USA card, which they are on, because I've already got them on USA card and I think UK card as well. Just I replace, if I already have something on UK card and I get it on USA, I'll just replace it, because to me USA card is obviously more valuable. And my partner doesn't need these. Basically, I just asked her to grab me these so I could sell them on. So yeah, now there is someone who's supposed to buy these. I've put the listing up on Vinted, and it's been like 3 days now, and they've not got around to buying them yet. So, and they're not answering my messages, so I've just basically went, fuck it, I'll just put it up. And you know, if they miss it on it, that's their loss. I've told them many times that they've been listed and they're not replying, or not even reading my messages half the time. And they said they wanted these, so you know, I'm not gonna wait around. So they're up on my Vinted page, but yeah, they're on international card, USA card. So I've got some, you know, 2 very sought after 2023 cards there. Brand new talent variants. We've got Crusty Rotor, Lizzie, Dexter of Green Flag, because he was, I forget when he was released. He was done with Checkered Flag in 2022 in the Elusive Case J. Then he was back with Green Flag in 2023 in Case K, and then he's just came back again this year. So yeah. So I suppose you could find this one in a B&M now, so it technically does match up. But yeah, and obviously Phil Moore. Cars 2 for Vladimir Trunkov. I wish they were doing stuff from Cars 2 a lot now. But yeah, I've got Tubbs Pacer, Vladimir Trunkov, Suki, Jeff Corvette, Rule Surreal, all of which did come out in 2023 actually. The only one who didn't was Metal Balloon. Maybe it was planned to, and you know, just got canned. Very sought after car from 2022 now. That I'm very glad I found that in B&M back in the day. But yeah, he's quite hard to get now. But yeah, that is just more carded stuff. Well, I say carded stuff. It's stuff to sell on that the person is not buying, and it's kind of annoying. Oh, hold on. I'm making a bit of a mess over here. Yeah. I hope you guys are enjoying this so far. We're already nearly 20 minutes in. We've not even reached the parcels yet, which I really want to start doing. There we go. That's that sorted. Right. Okay. Might as well go on to this next. Just quickly, Hot Wheel, because I do buy other things. I got this from Toy Town. So yeah, it's a Mattel Dreammobile, which I didn't even know this was coming out, to be honest. That was the first time I'd seen it in the store. They also just done the premium line version of like the van for Mattel's 80th anniversary, which I did get like a month ago. But didn't know this was coming out, and of course as soon as I seen it, I snagged it because it's really lovely. I love the design of the car. That lovely metallic red and the chrome. Really well done. 80th Mattel, 1945. God, they started the year World War II ended. That's mad. Yeah. Not opened this yet. But yeah, just saw it and I was like, yeah, fuck it, I'll buy that. Really lovely stuff. Okay, mini racers. I've got one already opened here, 2 I need to open, but we've basically got this one from the old Series 2 that came out a few months ago. Just hadn't got around to picking up this guy yet, but it's Dinoco Lightning McQueen. Probably not really exciting to a lot of people, but because I got Dinoco Chick Kicks recently, I've got the kind. I was like, I may as well complete the trio in mini racer form. So yeah, because I wasn't too massively interested in them, just because there was like 5 per case as well, so that I didn't feel the rush to buy them straight away. But just because this series just came out of the blue here in the UK, I don't think it's hit the USA yet. Thankfully, I grabbed this just the other week because these have literally just arrived. It started this week in the UK, or in Smiths anyway. But yeah, quite nice to have him though. I really like his wee expression, he's very cute. Now, on to actually opening stuff. So I normally open these from the from the top of the code. So yes, these should be Race and Rescue Lightning McQueen and Sally, which you can already see in the background here, and purely my oh god, knocking the camera. Sorry about that, everyone. I knocked the camera and I kind of fucked up the setup, but I think I managed to get it back to normal. Anyway, basically, my partner very kindly went down to Smith's yesterday before she headed into work, and because basically someone found these in a Smith's store the other day, and they seem to be listed on the website, and I basically asked her if she could just go down and see if she could find any, and she very kindly grabbed me two that she could find, and McQueen and Sally for herself. So these are what should be in these boxes. She couldn't find Morgan Martin's or brand new mare. Well, that's in that case as well. But she couldn't find Morgan Martin's or Race and Rescue mare. So probably going to be less of them in that case, which is really annoying because they are the best ones. I'm going to guess it's probably like 4 or 5 McQueens. We do have the codes thanks to someone going through them. However, we don't have the amount yet currently, so we don't know how many, like, you know, brand new meters there are per case, for example. So, yeah, but I'm just going to quickly open these on camera. Push them back so I don't get mine mixed up with hers. Anyway, yeah, really excited for these. I've been looking forward to the Race and Rescue minis. It's McQueen. Yeah. There we go. I do really like this guy a lot. Obviously, I've got a little pre-look last night at hers. But yeah, really do like this mini. I think it's one of the best ones they've done this year. It might be my favourite one they've done this year, actually. I like the expression as well. Yeah, I think he's fantastic. Really well done, that. And we've got Sally, which... Oh, this glue's... Oh, that glue was down really tight. We've got Sally, which, to be honest, I'm not the biggest fan of this mini. There she is. Again, getting a pre-look at my partner's last night. I don't really like this mini, and that's purely for the fact of, why is there no fucking cones on her? Like, look, I know that doing stuff on that scale was quite small, but, and I know on the 155 scale diecast, it's weird when you get a mini before the actual, you know, bigger diecast, but yeah, I know she has like 3 cones on that, and it's probably quite hard to do on such a small scale, but if you can do a fucking light bar on Lightning McQueen, you know, because I don't think there was a Deputy Hazard mini racer, I could be wrong, so if that's the case, I think this is a brand new, like, casting, which is really good. But if you could do that, surely you can just stick 1 cone on Sally. Yeah, it's just because she doesn't have them. Now, who knows, she might appear like this in the book. Sorry, I'm going way out of focus here. She might appear in the book, which I doubt it. But she will appear. Sorry, she might appear like this in the book, but I doubt it. But yeah, very strange. And I don't really like that darker blue rim there. It should be more matched. Yeah, I just don't really like. The expression's alright. It's my first Sally mini racer, actually. I don't even have the regular one. Yeah, not really a fan of her, to be completely honest, but oh well. Just boxes off to the side, we'll just toss them over there with the others. Gonna have to clear this table probably in a moment. Now you should probably notice that there's, well, cars sitting here, but I said there was a few that, you know, we had to go over. So we'll go over this one first. Yes, it's Tractor with Tire in Mouth. A very sought after diecast from 2022. The amount this guy's going for now is fucking insane. He's like 40 quid, which I was very, very fortunate to get this guy back. Not when he came out, but I found one in Smith's months later in one of their like tubs. And I just snagged that. It's the second I seen it. I really wish I got one to keep on card. But my partner is collecting specific variants of these characters, and she does want all the tractors, and I knew this was going to be quite a hard one for her to get, because fuck knows when Mattel will ever re-release this again. So one came up on Vinted for £10 in total, and I went ahead and bought it, and this was for her. And she's very picky when it comes to condition on cars, but I think considering this has been played with, you know, from a kid, it's in relatively decent condition. There are a few small chips here and up there, but for the most part, that's really the worst part of it. It's in really good condition, but she was very happy to get this. I made her very happy with that because, again, I made her completely aware, like, you will struggle with this. So if I find stuff that she wants at a good price, I will buy it for her because I just know obviously how these releases work and how sought after some of them can be. So yeah. Then I got a bundle of 3 Piston Cup racers. So probably go over the least interesting one to me first, but I still really like him. So it's Cal Weathers. I did not have the Thailand variant. I do have the China variant, and I have the one that says Hank Weathers, not Cal Weathers. Yes. Obviously, I'm sure people will know that he was originally going to be called that in Cars 3, so the early diecast had Hank Weathers, which is strange to think, but he's a really gorgeous Thailand variant, and I wish they were releasing this guy just like regularly now. I think he would sell quite well. Plus, it would be nice to have this guy for the Race and Rescue rally race version of him, which does look nice as well. But yeah, I really like this guy. I love the Dinoco Blue. He's got, unfortunately, quite a few big chips. But again, for the price, I was like, I'm not really picky when it comes to condition on cars. Again, knocking the camera. I'm not really picky when it comes to condition with cars because, I don't know, it's not really something I feel like I can judge or let the product down for because, like, if it's brand new and has a chip on it, the second I take out the package, okay, that's a bit more annoying. But because it's been played by with a kid, you know, played with by a kid, I can't bring it down for that because, you know, it's got a lot of love, clearly, you know, and it's made a child happy. Now it's making me happy. Of course, when Thailand re-release them again, or when they just re-release them, of course I will grab it. Going off the date stamp, M44A, I don't have a fucking clue when that was released, but yeah. Probably the most exciting one to me here, even though Dirkson's very cool, and I'll explain why in a minute, is this metallic, the scavenger hunt version of Hauling Gas, which I was very happy to get, I have to say. Yeah, he is really well done. I love that gorgeous metallic paint. I love the different expression as well. It's different from his regular release. Just a beautiful car. It was like £3. I was like, yep, I'll be taking that. Because obviously this guy only came out once. So I imagine he is quite sought after. But yeah, I was really pleased to get him when he came out like 2019, I think. And last but not least is Dirksen D'Agostino, which completes my Piston Cup racers. I now have all 36 from Cars 1. And that was just such a dream come true. Because when he arrived, like, you know, I made sure the next day that I set up all my Piston Cup races on the floor and took pictures and videos, which you will have seen in the intro. That's where that footage comes from. Yeah, and I watched Cars 1 later on that night, and I had an absolute blast. I just had to, you know, I just had to watch it, and because I got Sage Vanderspin recently, which was leaving me with one more Piston Cup racer to get. Basically, the second I seen this guy come up, I was like, I'll just buy him. And obviously I looked at the other stuff and I got them too. So I'm really happy with, again, that Hauling Gas. But this guy, I'm super pleased to have him. Yep, I know obviously the front, massively chipped, and it shows why these Heat Fusion decals are awful on these releases. But you know, it just has to be, you know, like, looked over for me, I think. Obviously, again, when they bring him out again, I think the last time he was out was in like a 2022 11 pack with like Chuck Armstrong, I think, and Darla Vanderson. But of course, when this guy comes out again as a single, I will buy that, and this will become a race damage custom. So yeah, but really happy to have Dirksen. I'm just happy to have all 36. They looked awesome together. And I know for hardcore collectors or long-time collectors that might sound like really boring, but that Piston Cup race scene at the start of Cars 1 was everything to me as a kid. It meant so much to me in my childhood and done so much for me and just brought me so much thrill and excitement. And to have that complete in physical form in these little metal cars, I was just over the moon. I really was, because they look fucking awesome together. I love that. It's probably the best scene in Cars. You know, that Some Railgun is just so iconic. Plus, I really like the sponsor Trunk Fresh. It's one of my favourites. So yeah, really nicely designed, this guy. He's unfortunately got some big chips at the back as well, but again, clearly been well loved. Just super happy to have my Piston Cup racers complete at last. I think we're going to need to clear this table. Alright guys, I know we're half an hour in this video, but I'm going to shut up now and we will just crack on with these parcels. So, I roughly know what is in each of these. There again, there's your in-post address for anyone who wants to track me down. Yeah, I don't care if anyone sees this. All the labels are the exact same. It's actually safer in a lot of ways to get stuff sent to an in-post or, you know, a locker or whatever, and it makes life easier in a lot of ways as well. I don't remember what is in all of these. I know what I've bought, I just can't remember what. Like, I could not tell you what's in here right now. It's going to be a complete surprise to me. So, even though it's that a name underneath, I've just noticed. I don't know. Anyway, yeah, let's just crack on with it. Sent it in one of these, like, bomb-proof parcels, which I am really struggling to fucking get into. Sorry, need to do this off camera. The glue is just so fucking tight. Oh my god, it's gross. Ew. Yeah, I kind of wish I just cut that open, to be honest. Anyway. Oh, okay, right, okay. I know what this is. So, that was a really, hey, that was where did I put them? Over here. That was a really nice segue, wasn't it? Yeah. Last, like, sort of loose thing to show for the video, kind of. I have two items down here, which I might not have time to show. Leading into the parcels, but yeah, so we'll leave Dirks in here for this, you can see what this is. So, because of completing the Piston Cup racers, what do you do next? You go and complete your Piston Cup Pitties and race teams. So yeah, you can obviously see what this is, just going off that green. I'm sure Dirksen will be a big enough clue. Yes, it is indeed the Trunk Fresh Pitty. Yeah, he's so cute. Yeah, pretty good condition as well. There's a few small trips, but I don't really mind, especially considering the price this guy goes for now. He's definitely one of the rarer Pitties, up there with like Vitaline and the Nitrate one, but one just happened to come up for like $2.50. It was really cheap, and I was like, yeah, fuck it, I'll just snag that. Obviously, postage added a bit of cost on top of it, but really happy to get this. You know, because it's the only other Trunk Fresh member apart from the hauler, so I've now got them complete. And we've even got our little tool cart, which is really nice. Unfortunately, no tire stack, but I could let it go. Because I want a few of these anyway in the future, so I don't mind getting, you know, multiple tire stacks and stuff. But yeah, really pleased to have that. We're gonna have a big mess on the floor, like Doc always has at the end of his. Oh god, don't look forward to clearing that up. Anyway, yeah, super pleased to have that. And here we go, just look. Ah, looks so good together. And I have to say, Thailand did a good job with the green on Dirksen. They do match up well with the old China ones. Because I know some people might want, I get anal about that with the colour and consistencies. Like, the Thailand version of Brush Kerber looks fucking awful with Masha. But the China version of him looks great with Masha. I'm picky like that, but yeah. Oh, they look so good together. Love the retail cart. But yay, there you go. That is the Trunk Fresh Pitty. Get through the smaller parcels first. We'll do this one next because it seems like it's going to be quite easy to open. I've got the scissors and like cutting like blade next to me just in case, but doesn't seem like I'll need to use it so far. I think it's just one of those ones I just need to tear into. Hold on. Oh no, I don't. There we go. What are you? Oh, this was I was trying to remember, like, I knew I bought another thing, I just couldn't remember what the hell it was. Ah. And this big, Jiffy bag, is that what they're called? Which I think I just ripped by accident. Oh, fuck. Well, I'm not reusing that. Oh, fuck's sake. Never mind. Anyway. Yes, so this is a 2-pack from 2015. I don't know when these guys came out. or gals, I should say. But now, I'm not really a big collector of race fans. I think a lot of them are quite boring, to be completely honest. It's a part of them that it's a part of the collecting that doesn't interest me. However, this 2-pack I've wanted for quite a while, and it came up pretty cheap. I cannot remember their name, and it's really annoying. I'm sorry, I should have fucking checked before recording the video, but you know who this is. And I believe it's the same model as like Francesco Bernoulli's crew chief, but yeah. I love those little glasses, they're so cute. And it was they were in decent condition. I paid $3.50 for these, and I was like, you know what, I'm just happily get them loose with a few chips rather than paying like £25 for the 2-pack brand new. Because in all honesty, I probably just want to keep that sealed. So, and I did want these loose, so, you know, was happy to, you know, have a small sacrifice. Yeah, I think one's called, one of these is called Kimberly. I cannot remember the name of the other one, but yeah. There's this one with the hat. Really cute. A bit in rougher condition, unfortunately. There's quite a few chips around her back and front and all that. But, you know, still in decent condition and clearly been well loved. But yeah, I just love the big hat on her. But yeah, really pleased to have them too. The Porta Corsa race fans are probably the most interesting ones to me. So, yeah, I was just basically, I was wanting this 2-pack for a while. It came out for $3.50 and I was like, do you know what? I'll just buy it now then. To save a bit of money. Right, what's next? We'll do this small box, which I'm definitely going to need the craft knife for this. Need to do this off camera. I think this is one of those annoying boxes that you just have no fucking sense of where you're going or how to get into it. Oh, did they even send this in a box? Hold on. They did, but it was a very weak box. Okay. No use to me that. Because I do like to reuse packaging bits and shit. Yeah, I've seen how they wrapped this. Ah, okay. Yeah, that box would be no good to me. Yeah, they literally sent it in that. Actually, I know what this is. In a very tiny little baggy, bloody hell. Yeah, now this again, I was really pleased to see it when I came up, but it is a bumper save Pitty. Now, this is probably one of, if not part of the batch of the rarest Pitties that Mattel have ever done for Piston Cup racers. So, currently on Vinted, someone has got the complete set of these, which I am very tempted to buy. They are a bit pricey, but I'm happy. I'm willing to consider it because I know how hard the bumper safe Pitties are to come by. I believe them and the hauler were only in that Target exclusive pack and nowhere else. There is the crew chief who did come out from Thailand a few years ago. I still need to acquire that eventually, but basically, yeah, this came up for again like what, $2.50. It was really, really cheap, and they didn't know what they were selling, and I could tell they didn't. So I was just like, you know what, I'll just grab this fucking bargain whilst I can, and really pleased to have this. Despite getting this, I still want that bundle of them because again, I don't mind having multiple of these Pitties. So yeah, it's really lovely to have this. Again, good condition, a few small chips, but yeah. Unfortunately, a bit of a wonky, you know, side, but you know, he's fine. You might see a few Piston Cup Pitties throughout this video, but yeah, just, you know, branching out to try and complete these race teams, and I don't mind getting multiples of each. Like, I did not expect for this to come up. This, I was like, oh my god, but then this came up and I was just like, I could not pass down the prices that they were asking. Like, I think for that, they called it Trunk Fresh Pitty. This, I just think they called it Disney Card. They just clearly didn't know what they were selling, so I was like, I will snag that and branch out the bumper save team, because that hauler, oh my fucking god, I do not look forward to trying to get that, because it's so expensive. Like the No Star Haul are extremely expensive, and it's just obviously I want to, you know, get it for a good price and not pay an arm and a leg for it. Speaking of rarity, now I was gonna save this for last, you know, like Docket saved the best for last, but I'm just too excited to get into this Choco Wheaties find. So amazing find to add to the collection. Thank you in post, Andy. Yeah, obviously I'm joking. But they did send us in a cereal box, which is a bit strange. So probably don't even need the knife or anything like that for this. So actually, I think I might. But can we just open this? Do you know what? I don't even know why I'm bothering grabbing the tape and that when I could just open this from the bottom. Because again, I will not reuse this for packaging at all. Now this, again, I said talking a rarity. Again, another item for which I don't think they knew or had a clue what the fuck they were selling, because I got this for so cheap, cheaper than I probably should have. And this is probably my favourite item in this whole haul. And you can kind of see what it is. You're probably like, oh, what? How much did you pay for that? It was really cheap. Yeah. I cannot believe I even own one of these now. Yeah. The Mayor with Spyglasses and Acer 2-pack from the Walmart exclusive line of Mayor's Secret Mission from all the way back in 2011 and 2012. These 2-packs have became these are probably the most sought after Cars 2 diecast. I would say definitely from that first year. If I had to choose any that would follow up from that, definitely some 2014 to 2016 stuff has became very sought after, and I suppose the cancelled stuff, because cancelled stuff did make it out. Like one of the Portacorsa race fans, you'll know it was that red like Jaguar looking one with the sunshades. That made it out. J Kirby Gremlin with Weapon made it out. Like they are sought after, but they're not like, because you just easily obtain them up until a certain point. Obviously, you know that's how it goes with cancelled prototypes and that. But this is part of that Walmart line, and the card, I don't remember the cards being this short, but this is so fucking cool to get to me. It's extremely retro now and just very sought after now at this point. And I mean, yeah, like I cannot believe I even have one of these. Just looking at the back, we only have two listed, which is Metal Spyglasses and Film Missile with Weapon and Graham, which I do see come up for relatively cheap, and I really want the Film with Weapon, so I'll probably snag that soon as well. They also done probably the two most rarest ones, which is Holly Schiffwell and Fred Fispowski, and obviously Tyler Gremlin and Professor Z. And then there was Graham and Damaged Rod Torque Redline. I do have the Damaged Rod Torque Redline. I don't have the Graham because it's the same as the regular release. So again, that was that Damaged Rod Torque Redline was another car I got for really cheap. But this is easily my favourite part of this whole favourite find this whole haul. I don't know if I'm going to keep this sealed or open it, but because of the Walmart sticker, I think I might just keep this sealed. The Acer has a different expression from his regular release, and obviously you've got Metal with the Spyglasses, which was based off a cancelled, sorry, not a cancelled scene, a deleted scene from Cars 2. That's probably why his rendering on the artwork doesn't match up with what you're seeing, but yeah, but it still made it as a diecast, which is pretty fucking cool. Yeah, and it's in great condition. So I got this for £16. A few have actually came up on Vinted for roughly £20. I've noticed. There's someone sitting at 35, which is probably what this is worth, a bit more. But I think these other people just don't have a clue what they're selling. One sold, the other one was still about, and I was like, fuck it, I'll just grab it. £16 because I sent them an offer, and there's another one up on Vinted for cheap at the moment. So quite a few are coming up, but love this. I'm really happy to have this. Tremendously exciting. Tremendously. Stick that up in the back. You know, deserves the shot, doesn't it? Okay, we've got 2 parcels left, and I'm sure I can just get through them very quickly. So we have this one, of which I will need the box cutter for. I'll leave the parcel with the most in it until last. It's just I'm about to run out of recording space, like footage as well. So sorry I have to keep doing this off camera. It's a bit awkward to you know, like do this on the table and that of the awkward way I'm filming. So I think next time I will just pre-open all these. That way we can just get straight into them when I'm, you know, actually recording the videos. What do we have? Well, I know what's in here. I've actually sent in tissue paper. Thankfully these are loose. Oh, they did wrap them up. Okay, that's good. Oh. They don't have to wrap. No, you don't have to wrap up a tool cart and, you know, the die cast itself separately. So you can probably guess what that is. However, to me, there's something a bit more exciting in here, because it's a deluxe, and also, as we all know, deluxes were cancelled. So pretty much getting a deluxe nowadays is like a gold mine. But I'll do this one first. Again, you can probably see what it is. Yep, it is RV. Who's a lot smaller than I thought he was going to be. Bubble wrap cut around the wheel. There we go, got it. Yep, it is RV, who, I think this is the China variant. Yeah, made in China. No date stamp? What the fuck? Oh, is this a fake? Oh shit. No! Don't tell me I bought a fake. Oh, that's really annoying. Yeah. Is it, what? I'm sure people can let me know in the comments. Was there a factory custom of RV? I really don't know. Ah, it's so annoying. It only says made in China. There's no date stamp or Mattel. So yeah, I think this is a fake. And it's definitely not Disney Store, because he's way too small to be Disney Store scale. Though he's definitely is 155 scale. Was there a factory custom of RV? Please let me know, guys. Either way, it doesn't matter. Still glad to have this. It was only like £8, I think. And I got this basically to save on postage. I'm branching out to, well, I say branching out. I really want all 3 of the deluxe characters from the Thunder Hall scene. So obviously that's Miss Fritter, RV, and Dr. Damage. Dr. Damage seems to be the most rarest one from what I can see. Miss Fritter, I do have a plastic version of, but I still want the die cast. She does come up occasionally. I just haven't got around to buying her yet because she's not as hard to find as people think she is. Yeah, I think this is a fake, and his side reamer is a bit done in. That's kind of disappointing. Still cool to have though. We need to do a bit more research into that. Still like him though. I think he's very cool. And you can see pink, and it's small. So what pink Pitty could this possibly be? Now, I've actually bought quite a few of this guy, and he may or may not be in the next parcel that we need to look into. If I can get the fucker out. Yep, it is a very poor condition. Is it JP Trive? No, it's Jerry Trive Jane. Jerry Trive Jane with a pink sticker on the bottom. That's disgusting. Didn't really buy this for the Pitty. I bought it for this. It was just, again, I added it to save on postage. But he's in horrible condition. Yeah. Main reason as well was to get another tank coat tool cart, of which, as I said, there might be another one in this video. But yeah, there you go. Tank coat tool cart. There you go. Stick that next to Jerry Trive Chain. Okay, I decided to just wrap this off camera just to save on recording time, and this was on it. Now they've scratched off their address. Thankfully, there's a return address to Breeze Health Ltd, which is strange, and on the back of this it says, where was it? Brett. Sorry, okay, that will not focus. Not focusing. Right, basically it says head, red, death, breath, any eye. Whatever the fuck that means. Very strange. Anyway, this has obviously been reused. I can already open the flap, so that is convenient. Right. We've got Breeze. Breeze, here's your plant-powered support. Breathe easier, sleep better, live well naturally. Is that why this smells so funny? A very strange smell to all this. Anyway, what have we got in here? Well, we have a Dynaco cab semi that is in very poor condition. I say in poor condition, he's actually alright. Well, it's grey hauler, isn't it? The grey semi cab. I need to move this box out of the way, sorry. I'll just stick this to the side of my camera. Yeah. This was like $3.50 again. It's the cut down on postage. I know he's missing his side view mirrors. Though it's not the one that attached. So it's definitely from one of the deluxe lines. Yeah. Very strange. And then we've just got a big baggie of the rest of them. Okay, they've not wrapped these up individually. They've just went, fuck it, let's just toss them all in together. Oh, I forgot I bought this, actually. There's something in here I completely forgot about. I even taped the bubble wrap up, what the fuck. Yeah, so you just give me this fucking mess. I don't like that. I hate it when people do this. But, don't pack. See, this is when I understand what docket means when he gets frustrated at the way people pack things. Anyway, we have Marco or Marcelo, was obviously a super chase, decent condition, but he's got the party hat, and I wouldn't mind having a few of them. So very cool to have that. A much better in mint condition, very good condition, Jerry drive chain. That's what I meant about how we might see more in this video. But he does have his tool cart and the pink tire stack, which is really nice. The Easy Idle Pitty tool cart. The Pitty itself in great condition. Another tire stack. And a very poor condition Andrea. Bought this for a friend because her name is Andrea, and this is a birthday gift for her. Yeah, I know it's not in great condition, but it was purely for a laugh. Yeah, sorry. Very poor condition, but it's just a laugh for my friend Andrea. I don't even have the Andrea diecast because I don't really care about it, to be honest. You know, getting a diecast for someone before I even own it myself. But yeah, nah, it's for my friend Andrea, just for a laugh. It's in very poor condition though. Really not a fan of how they fucking packed that up. I now see what docket means, you know, when people send this stuff. But the main reason why I got this bundle was for these two. They had these up for £15 each, and because they were complete, I was like, I'll just snag them. And because I sent them a bundle and I had my Vinted balance, I basically managed to save quite a bit of money, and basically it only came to 30 quid in total. So I paid for all the extra stuff and these. So it's better than paying, you know, £15 each, because I would have been a bit like against that. Anyway, guys, that wraps it up for this Giga haul. It was a lot of fun to record. Sorry the ending's very anticlimactic, but I'm literally about to run out of recording space. But here's all the stuff. Let me know your favourite item in this video, and I will see you all soon. Goodbye. Actually, before we leave it there, I'll tell you my favourite items. Has to be these two Pitties, easily. In fact, I think all the Pitties in this video have to be my favourites, just because of how sought after some of these are. Got them for great prices and in great condition as well, yeah. So I think they deserve to be at the front. For the little tire stacks and tool carts. Really like the RV Deluxe and this. Actually, I think that's my favourite item after them. Not sure. Bye.